Are you a shiny hunter that's tired of the 1 in 4,000 catch rate? Well, I might be able to solve your problem, and that is going to be with Dynamax Adventures. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Resort Originals. Today we're going to be talking about this insanely amazing shiny hunting method that you can now do in the Crown Tundra of Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield. This is a legitimate game changer, and I can't believe Pokemon even came up with this because your odds are insurmountably higher. It is ridiculous. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just know it's going to be higher. And the biggest thing with this is through Dynamax Adventures. So right away, if you are in the Crown Tundra, I'm going to go out of this building first so you guys can see exactly where you need to go. You come from the slippery slope. It's at the very beginning area of the Crown Tundra. Once you come into this area called the Max Layer, you're then going to go ahead and talk to this lady here. Would you like to embark upon Dynamax Adventure? I would like to say yes, because the reason why this is just such a great new shiny method is because you have a 1 in 300 chance to be able to catch a shiny Pokemon. But wait! If you have a shiny charm, you now have a 1 in 100 chance to be able to get a shiny Pokemon. But what's great about Dynamax Adventures is that we have a chance for 4 different Pokemon to become a shiny Pokemon because we're able to catch up to 4 Pokemon through the Dynamax Adventures. And with that, you're able to catch them in each round, and you're not able to figure out what the shiny is until you completely finish the Dynamax Adventure after beating the Legendary. Or even if you don't beat the Legendary, you still can see what Pokemon might be a shiny. So when you get to that final screen, you are able to go and check the summary of the Pokemon, and you will see what that Pokemon looks like. And if it's a shiny, then congratulations, you just managed to use those amazing odds to be able to catch these Pokemon. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to give it a try. It's not always perfect, but I'm just going to show you guys what the Dynamax Adventure is like, and we'll just kind of do this together to show how simple this really is. And today with this, we're going to be going for a shiny Reshiram. So with this, all I suggest is inviting others. It's super simple. I did have one time where someone quit the adventure, so it kind of screwed me because I was about 10 to 15 minutes into it. They are roughly about 20 minutes, I would say, to be able to complete an entire Dynamax adventure. So just know that it is going to take about 20 minutes of your time to be able to complete it. If I wanted to time it, I could, but generally, just because I've done it quite a few times, that's been the general time that it takes to be able to complete the entire thing. So basically, you get to choose any Pokemon you want. So that's always selected with different Pokemon every single round. You always have a chance to be able to catch a new Pokemon and use them as your new Dynamax Adventure Pokemon. And you're always able to change up your team per each round. While there's also other options where you can run into different trainers or different NPC characters that can either give items to be able to increase your chances, or you can be given other Pokemon to be able to help out your battling strategies. Alright, so this is going to be what it generally looks like whenever you go into a Dynamax Adventure. One thing I suggest is being able to go ahead and look ahead of what is in front of you. So that way you know exactly what direction to go in when you're going to be doing a battle. One thing to note is we don't get a lot of time. You have to make your decision fairly quick, and it's always a consensus decision. So I just chose Dark just to choose Dark. I didn't look at it too much, but I just want to show you guys that you guys can look at what your future path is to be able to have a higher chance to have a good typing to go against that legendary Pokemon. And since we're going to be going against Reshiram here, we want to be able to try to find a water type or maybe a fairy type to be able to combat its fire and dragon typing. There's also going to be times where you don't know what that legendary Pokemon is that you're going against. You're going to know what the typing is, but you're not going to know what that legendary Pokemon is that you'll be battling. So just to know, if there's a specific Pokemon that you would like to be battling against and get the shiny of, you have the ability to not catch that Pokemon, because the second you catch that Pokemon, it is no longer going to be available in the Dynamax Adventures, and that's very important to note. So if you're looking for shiny hunting a Reshiram, you cannot catch it at the very end of the Dynamax Adventure because you just lost your chance. So that's why it is so important to really make your decision when you're trying to catch legendary Pokemon. If you ever want to have a chance to have a shiny, this is going to be it. So the second you catch that Pokemon, your shiny odds are literally going to 0. So just keep that in mind. very important to note. So you can catch every single legendary only once. So it's your decision if you want to go for that shiny, but if you don't, go ahead and just throw that ball at it. And just so you guys know, every single Pokemon has a 100% catch rate, so you can use whatever Pokeball you want. I know how much everybody really loves to have color coordination with their Pokeball to the Pokemon, so this is going to be something that you guys can definitely color coordinate. So if you don't have all the Pokeballs, I would definitely suggest start trying to find them, because you are going to be able to have some great color coordination with the Pokeball to your Pokemon. Alright, so I'm just going to give an example here. Here we have a regular Pokeball. I'm just going to throw it. I don't even think that it shakes as long as it normally does. So we're going to just watch here. I'm pretty sure it shakes like one time. Look at this. Is this one time? Look at that. One time. It's guaranteed catch. You don't have to worry about it. You're guaranteed to get that Pokemon. So what we're able to do now is we can choose if we want to have Crawdont now instead of our Gastrodon. So one thing I'm always looking at is, what is my type going to be going against Reshiram? So because it's going to be a fire type, how do I want to be able to go against it? And right now I'm looking at, I have 100% health. I have no reason to really swap into Crawdont, so I'm going to be saying I'm good without it. I don't need that Pokemon. So that's going to give somebody else a chance to be able to potentially switch to Crawdont, like what just happened here. John was able to go grab the Crawdont instead to help our odds as a team out to be able to advance further in this. So what we're going to be looking at now is, okay, maybe we want to get another water type. So I'm going to say, let's go this direction. And I'm pretty sure that is a Swampert. So that's going to be a good Pokemon to be able to catch as well. So one thing to keep in mind is there's a lot of good Pokemon that you still might want to catch regardless if it's a legendary or not. I don't have a Swampert yet in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So if I don't get a shiny of this Reshiram, then I'm just going to keep this Swampert because it's a great Pokemon. One thing to note though is I have priority because I'm the one that started this raid. So if I don't choose it, then it goes to somebody else that joined in on the raids. Just know if you create the raid yourself, you have priority to be able to catch these Pokemon. And if you're just joining, you're going to be getting the second, third, or fourth option to be able to go ahead and catch it. So just keep that in mind when it comes to catching other Pokemon, because there's plenty of great Pokemon out there. They have great moves. Some of them have decent EVs, so just keep that in mind if you're going to be looking forward to potentially catching other Pokemon. Alright, so I was able to catch Swampert, which, I mean, it's a guaranteed catch, but we were able to defeat him, and I was able to catch my Swampert, and I would very much like to swap Pokemon just because I think it's going to be a good Pokemon to go against our Reshiram, even though they're both water ground type. Honestly, it just comes to a preference for me. I just would like to have my Swampert, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to that. We have Water Pledge, that's going to be a good move. We have Earth Power, that's going to be another good move to use against it. So we're basically just trying to set up with going against that Reshiram, and hopefully we can try to get the other team members, because I have had one time before where someone wasn't able to come through with the battling at all. And one thing to note here, if you guys see those items over there, I'm not going to be going for them just because I don't think it's worth it, but you're able to get some items that might be able to help out your team. There's the example right there where you can see those berries on that side. But I feel like it's better to go water route. These people decided to go fire instead because they do see a trainer up there or an NPC character that might be able to heal our team, or being able to swap our Pokemon out like it is right here. I'm content with my current team right now. I do see a couple options that should be changed, and we did end up getting a pretty good switch where now instead of dealing with a grass type, we now have a fighting type to be able to help us out a little bit further to prevent that that weakness to fire type. Alright, so now that we finished Charmeleon, one thing to note is we do get some pretty good abilities with these Pokemon regardless if they're legendaries or not. So I definitely recommend, even if you're not going for legendaries, look at all these great Pokemon that you can still catch. This Pokemon, Charmeleon, literally has Dragon Pulse. Just looking at the moves they have, they're great Pokemon to be able to catch and add to your team, especially if you're more into competitive. Now here's a good example. Now we encountered a backpacker, and this person can help us with supplies. So how do we want to be able to help out my Swampert to be able to make it a little bit better? So we're just going to look to see how we can improve it. Let's see what a Lepa Berry does. If a Pokemon holds 1, it can restore 10 PP. We don't need that. Expert Belt, and I only have 7 seconds left. Slightly boost power, super effective moves. Let's do it. So it goes by fast. You really don't have a lot of time to think, but I do like that. I don't like it when we have a lot of time to really be able to invest into the game. I like to have a less time that we just kind of move on. And we got a subscriber in the middle of a video that I'm recording. That's awesome. But here we're going to go and take on Reshiram. And remember once again that we do not see if it's a shiny yet. You see the Pokemon, we do not know if it's a shiny yet. So we're just going to be riding out this battle until we get to the very end. Alright, here is the defeat of Reshiram, and this is where you get to have the fun part of matching the Pokemon with the Pokeball. I'm going to go for a Premier Ball, I think, just because I think the color coordination works pretty well with it. So we're going to throw a Premier Ball. Name the last time you've seen a Legendary in a Premier Ball. I'll wait. It is so rare, and I don't even know if that's even freaking possible. I've caught one Legendary with a Pokeball, and that was a Rayquaza, and it took me 70 Pokeballs to get that. It was my last Pokeball. Crazy story. If you're interested in more of my stories, you guys can follow me on Resort Originals. You guys can hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that bell. But you can also follow me on Twitch if you're interested in seeing me play different games online. So you guys can check me out on both of those platforms. Here we go. We have the Reshiram that is officially caught, and now it's time to look at the results. We can go into summary. It doesn't matter. You can look at it here or in there. I'm just going to go to the summary because that way you can just learn a little bit more about that Pokemon, see what it's good at. I mean, look at this. It's better at special attack. This thing is freaking modest nature. I mean, it's great natures that we've been able to get out of these Pokemon too. So we struck out on the Crawdaunt. Swampert, it's looking pretty normal here. Charmeleon, it's regular. And then finally we have Reshiram. It didn't end up being a shiny, but just know that those are the odds. You have 4 opportunities to get a shiny. Honestly, they're great odds. I'm going to be keeping the Swampert because it's a great Pokemon. I haven't added it to my Pokedex yet. So I'm going to hit select on there, and that is how we finish this off. And I will show you one last thing. I'm not going to nickname it, but this is something that's important for you guys to do. So once we get to this screen, this is going to be the end screen. We're going to save right here, right? Welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Reshiram at this time? So if you guys hit no, it's going back into the pool of Pokemon that you haven't run into yet for the legendaries. But if I want to have another chance at this Reshiram, I'm going to hit yes, and that will allow me to be able to go back into that raid again to be able to take on Reshiram and give myself another shot at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to subscribe for more Pokemon Sword and Shield and Crown Tundra content, because this is a great DLC, 100% recommend checking it out. Follow me on twitch.tv/Resort Originals and subscribe to Resort Originals right here on YouTube. Don't forget to like that video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.